This was the scene recorded February 23rd, which shows a now grand jury indicted inmate identified as Jkendric Agee allegedly attacking a woman said to be an Offender Rehabilitation Coordinator, a teacher for inmates at the Lakeview Shock Incarceration Correctional Facility in Brockton. It also shows a corrections officer being assaulted while trying to stop the beating, and then other corrections officers subduing the inmate. The statement of the indictment earlier this week against Agee contends he was not shackled or restrained in any way in the locked room because of requirements for, quote, therapeutic programming for inmates under the HALT Act of 2022, which also limits to 15 days the use of solitary confinement as a disciplinary method for inmates. This follows the strike last year by corrections officers as a form of protest.
The governor, as part of her poor attempt to settle the strike, put together a HALT commission, and they came up with recommendations on how to improve HALT. That was almost a year ago now, and nothing has been done. The recommendations have not been taken up. This just shows you that for Governor Hochul and the Democrats in charge, it's politics over public safety, even when you're talking about the employees that she's sworn to protect.
This point is among those recommendations, according to Borrello, who again says they're being ignored by the governor and lawmakers who do not want any changes.
HALT should not apply as a blanket for everyone, that there are very dangerous people who've committed multiple acts of violence, like this inmate, that need to be essentially exempt from HALT, and that you need to give tools to protect everyone. By the way, HALT harms more inmates than it harms actually employees when you look at the numbers.
Borrello is pressing for HALT changes to be made before the legislature session ends next Thursday, June 4th. Now, a spokesperson for Governor Kathy Hochul responding, saying in part, quote, the safety of all staff and incarcerated individuals is a top priority. The governor's office says the state invested in more cameras and investigative resources inside prisons, and then thanked the Chautauqua County District Attorney for pursuing that case. The Department of Corrections also responding today, saying it is invested in more security measures as well. Here in the newsroom, Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.